So John, what are we looking at?
We're on the track to Mangatepopo track, and it's been very well maintained, and in places along the track you get little pockets preserved of the Taupo ignimbrite. And you can see from Val's imaging at the moment, you're looking at the ignimbrite. It's very poorly sorted. Well, not very poorly sorted, but it's basically pumice clasts and matrix. And the pumice clasts are pretty uniform in size. They're about 5 or 6 centimeters across or so, and invariably they tend to be slightly rounded. They get rounded in the pyroclastic flow. Now, this event happened about 2,000 years ago in Lake Taupo, which would be about 100 kilometers to the north of us now. And this portion of the countryside was simply inundated with the pyroclastic flow material. So if you had been here in 2,000 years ago, you would have been incinerated. And in places, in fact, in the flow, you'll find trees which are now carbonized, and they have been used. The radiocarbon dating has been used to very precisely date the age of the Taupo eruption. So this is the last large ignimbrite eruption from the Taupo zone. Not by any means a super eruption in any way, but this was about, I think, about 80 cubic kilometers of magma that was erupted to give this the Taupo ignimbrite.
Yes, I think it was, somebody else said about 100, but 80 to 100, and that would make it about 10% of the volume of the Tongariro eruption.
Yes, 10% of the size of the Tongariro.
Yeah.
Which was 800 to 1,000 cubic kilometers.
Yes, and that's a super eruption, the definition being.
6,000 years ago.
Yeah.
It was the last super eruption to occur.
And for those people who are not familiar with the terminology, super eruption means larger than 500 cubic kilometers. To give you a sense of proportion, the eruption of Mount St. Helens 1980, which was really famous, was 0.7 cubic kilometers. So this was a big eruption, but it was just literally almost nothing compared to these eruptions here. These are ginormous eruptions. So last look at the pumice here. John, this was great. Thank you so much. So look, some of the pumices are quite vesicular, and others are less vesicular, more tube-like. It's probably quite worth a detailed study. Obviously not for us today, it's too wet for that, but wonderful pumice material. It's a national park. I'm not allowed to take any samples from here, so I shall hold back here with my ambitions. But wonderful outcrops here along the track, and they're lying on top of these basaltic rocks here. So John, I think it's time to slowly walk back, isn't it? Yeah. Thanks a mil, all the best.